That's part of why we've got to emphasize positive command climates and inclusion. You know, we get criticized, frankly, sometimes for being woke. I'm not sure what woke means. I think woke means a lot of different things to different people. But first of all, I would say if woke means, you know, we are not focused on war fighting, we are not focused on readiness, that doesn't reflect what I see at installations all around the country or overseas when I go and visit. But I think, you know, we do have a wide range of soldiers in our Army, and we've got to make them all feel included. And that's why a lot of our diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are important.
They are running to sow discord in America, and it will change everything. We will wake up the morning after Election Day. We might not even call it that anymore in 2 years. We might not call it Election Day. We might call it Election Week, because what we are watching, and because it's so slow, we don't cover it as a 5-alarm fire, but it is. We are watching Republicans not just destroying democracy in the dark, breaking into election officers and plugging stuff in. We're watching them do it from rally stages. Do you think it requires, you know, a democracy commission? Should President Obama ask Chris Christie and Ben Ginsburg to sort of man a democracy hotline the way, you know, people used to man other crises? I mean, what should we do?
Scary thing that I want to say about Donald Trump is our problem. I wish our problem was just Donald Trump now. And you now have better packaged Donald Trumps. You have Ron DeSantis. We can go through the list. You have the governor that's running in Arizona. You have the governor that's running in Pennsylvania. These are people who are even more dangerous because they present themselves in better packaging.
Turns out that when he made my application to purchase a gun, what happened was I guess you get asked, you get asked the question, are you on drugs, you use drugs? He said no. And he wrote about saying no in his book. So I have great confidence in my son. I love him, and he's on the straight and narrow, and he has been for a couple of years now, and I'm just so proud of him.
Just imagine, I mean it sincerely. I say this as a father of a man who won the Bronze Star, the Conspicuous Service Medal, and lost his life in Iraq.
If you go back, and I ask anybody to go back over the number of times that I've said we've got to do everything we can to keep the schools open, no one plays that clip. They always come back and say Fauci was responsible for closing schools. I had nothing to do.
I mean, let's get down to the facts.
Our economy is strong as hell. The internals of it. Inflation is worldwide. It's worse off everywhere else than it is in the United States. So the problem is the lack of economic growth and sound policy in other countries.
Well, we are proud of those accomplishments. You know, the things that those accomplishments have done, first of all, contributing to historic job creation under this president, 10 million plus jobs. That's never happened in this time period in a presidency before in American history. Remember, we have our challenges right now, but when the president took office, we were facing an economy that was at risk of going into free fall. The American Rescue Plan stopped that.
Have people like Secretary Gardonas, you have people like Homeland Security talking about all the drugs that are being stopped at the border. You have Kamala Harris going not only just to the border, but also going to the countries where we're having most of the immigrants come. So they could be stronger in their messaging, but it's not that they're not doing anything. But I reject the framing that the issue here really is about immigration and that the issue here is about inflation, because that's a Republican framing. Really, the issue here is that the Republicans misjudged the abortion debate. They misjudged it, and it has serious traction in competitive races for the House and the Senate.
Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot. No, everybody's entitled. Okay? Look,